This is fact sample 2 to beat IRS levies and IRS levy threats. Fact sample 2 hits home. It hits home for millions of people. In the last several years, so many folks have lost their jobs. They had jobs that paid well beforehand, and they just didn't get cut back, they got cut out. So, returning back to work usually means that you end up with less wages, less benefits, and sometimes for many taxpayers, the taxpayer has to work as an independent contractor, and that could prompt tax problems because withholdings are not regularly withheld, and that's something that many people who used to be W 2 employees just don't immediately get accustomed to, and as a result, they miss the dates by which payments for estimated tax payments need to be made. So here's Sam. Sam went through this disruption, and after the years of, in a sense, as I call it, paying his dues, he's looking forward to a marvelous opportunity with a new employer. And he wants to start off on the right foot. He's financially struggling, and his family's struggling too. And living, in a sense, cash in, cash out, and not making all the ends meet is something that they're at the end of their rope with. So the new job is a huge positive step. But the IRS issued a levy, and the IRS is levying the money that is absolutely necessary for he and his family to keep up with their basic living expenses. The first thing Sam has to understand is, as disruptive as it is, as embarrassing as it is, and he's concerned about his employer's perspective. He doesn't want his current or future employer to hear that he has tax problems or that they're that disruptive. And in this case, fortunately, Sam's employer has told him it understands, but it also has told him he's got to take care of that levy. Now, many times folks will immediately interpret take care of the levy to mean that they have to pay the whole amount demanded, and when they find that they don't have the ability to do that, they feel that there's nothing else that can be done. But when that levy's taking money that is necessary to meet basic living expenses, the levy cannot be acted upon by the IRS legally if you, as a taxpayer, Sam, takes the steps to establish that the levy's causing he and his family hardship. Hardship is the key here, and hardship is the answer. The IRS cannot take everything off your back and cannot take all the income that you have an absolute legal right to receive. And Congress has made specific recognition in the law of those rights that taxpayers have to at least live in a basic manner. And it establishes allowances for housing, allowances for other living expenses, insurance, room and board, utilities, and things of this kind, including expenses relating to other kids, expenses that are extraordinary that may be medical. So, if you have income that has been levied and it's preventing you from making your bills good each month and it's driving you further in the hole, you can defend against that levy by indicating that it's causing you hardship. Hardship will prompt the release of the levy. And in order to do that, you have to turn to the section dealing with the 433A financial disclosure. That's a separate topic. But for the purposes of fact setting 2, recognize that hardship will prompt the release of the levy. And that concludes fact sample 2 to beat IRS and IRS levy threats.